This
cute.
one's probably about 2.
Is it hard to kill them?
Yeah. Well, here it's not going to survive, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Visiting Fremont reminds me of visiting some eclectic collector relative who always loves showing some new finds. And it is always such an adventure to visit. Takes your mind to some unexpected places. Oh my gosh, look at that. There's actually a story behind it. So they decided that they wanted to create a statue and donate it to Fremont District. Technically, Fremont is part of Seattle, and they wanted to secede from Seattle at some point, but it didn't work. So it's all confusing, just like a typical Seattle. So anyhow, the guy, sculptor, he commissioned himself to do the sculpture. Now, at the time, the mayor said no, absolutely not. And the guy got it anyways. So when he created the sculpture, he put dog's face as the face of that mayor. I think his last name was Stepanian, and he did a lot of good things for Fremont. But yeah, the dog's face is his face. One of the remarkable things about life is that we think we live in a small bubble of our day-to-day routine, but we are way more connected than that. And Fremont's incredible collection of stories and monuments and artifacts makes me very mindful of this connection. So this bulb of a concrete wall that is casually placed like on a lawn and under the bridge next to the cafe is actually a segment of Berlin Wall. Not something I ever expected to see. It's like, can you hear? Oh my God. It's amazing. So freaking good. Lots of carbs. In Seattle, coffee and carbs. I can't believe humans came up with the idea wheat. Because until wheat, they were eating basically like fruits, veggies, and meat. Not just meat, fruits, veggies, nuts, and meat. They had a very good, healthy diet. Throughout the life of our planet, humans made incredible movement towards progress, not without trial and error, but nevertheless, progress. And Fremont seems to appreciate reminders of trying times. Lenin's statue was commissioned originally by Czechoslovakia in like 1980s, before USSR was dissolved. But then, after it was dissolved, all these statues, they started throwing them out. And this particular one was in the junkyard waiting to be cut and sold for bronze. So one day, Washingtonian, I think his last name is Carpenter, he found this statue laying in a junkyard, and there was a homeless man living in it, and he felt that he needed to preserve the statue and move it to Washington from Czechoslovakia or Czech Republic and bring it to Washington and put it in front of a restaurant that he was planning to open. It took him forever, months and months, until somebody agreed to move the statue from a junkyard and ship it to United States. So once they agreed, he paid for the statue. Whatever is equivalent to today's money, $20,000, and the shipment itself was in today's money $60,000. And so he basically, and he financed it through by, you know, taking it out of his house, and $80,000. And you know what's the worst part? A year after statue was brought in, he died in a car accident. So his family was stuck with the inheritance, did not know what to do. Eventually, after a long ordeal, the Fremont district basically adopted. No, they made a contract that they're gonna hold the statue for 5 years or until it's sold. And now it's just standing here in front of this restaurant for 27 years already. Progress. We humans have such a desire for progress, as if there's some super prize at the end for our hungry species. When we stumble, we realize mistake, and we remember that our value is through the differences we make. So we try to fix it, we try over and over, sometimes moving backwards in search of hopefully a better course. This gas works. So basically about like 100 years ago, they had this gas company and it was, you know, heating up the entire city of Seattle. It was like synthetic gas. And then in 50s, they closed it everywhere in US. And here, eventually they decided to preserve it, just kind of to remember what we were doing to our nature and at the same time letting nature to take over. And that is really cool. Look at this, the contrast, you know, between all this rust and green trees. That's really neat. And then there's Seattle. Oh my gosh.